Werewolves and Lycans. You've probably heard both terms, maybe even used them interchangeably. But what if I told you they represent two vastly different sides of the same cursed coin, and that their history is more of a bitter family feud than a simple monster story? Get ready, because we're about to uncover the forbidden history that separates these two legendary beasts. So, let's start with the classic, the werewolf. The name itself, from Old English, literally means man-wolf. This is your quintessential movie monster. In most folklore, a person becomes a werewolf through a curse, or, more famously, by being bitten by another werewolf. The key thing to remember about werewolves is that the transformation is almost always involuntary. It's triggered by the full moon, a force of nature they can't control. When they change, they lose their human mind completely, becoming a ravenous, instinct-driven beast. They have no memory of their actions and often wake up horrified by the destruction they've caused. The werewolf is a tragic figure, a victim of a terrible curse, forever at war with the monster inside. Now, let's talk about the Lycans. The term Lycan comes from the Greek word lycanthropos, which also means wolfman, but the similarities pretty much end there. The origin story of the Lycan is far more specific and, frankly, way cooler. It all goes back to King Lycan of Arcadia. Legend says Lycan was a cruel king who doubted the god's divinity. To test Zeus, he did the unthinkable. He served the king of the gods a meal made from his own son. Zeus, enraged, didn't just kill Lycan. He punished him by transforming him into a wolf. But with a twist, Lycan retained his human mind, his cunning, and his cruelty. He was trapped in a wolf's body, fully aware of his monstrous form. And that's the fundamental difference. Unlike werewolves, Lycans often have control. Their transformation isn't always tied to the moon. In many modern interpretations, Lycans can change at will. They retain their intelligence, their memories, and their personality, even in their hybrid or full wolf form. This makes them incredibly dangerous. They aren't just mindless beasts. They're strategic predators who know exactly what they're doing. While a werewolf is a human curse to become a beast, a Lycan is often depicted as a separate species, a more evolved, powerful strain of shapeshifter. Think of it this way. A werewolf is like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, two separate beings in one body, one constantly fighting the other. A Lycan, on the other hand, is a seamless blend of man and beast. They embrace their power. They might even form organized packs or clans with hierarchies and social structures. Their transformation is often seen as a strength, not a curse. This is why in many stories there's a deep-seated animosity between the two. Werewolves might see Lycans as arrogant abominations who revel in their power, while Lycans might look down on werewolves as feral, uncontrolled slaves to the moon. So, is one better than the other? Well, that depends on your perspective. Do you sympathize with the tragic victim, the human soul trapped in a beastly prison? Or are you more drawn to the powerful, self-aware predator who walks the line between man and monster? The werewolf is a horror story about losing control, while the Lycan is a dark fantasy about embracing power. Two sides of the same myth, but with a world of difference between them. The next time you see a full moon, you'll know exactly what to look for. Or, more importantly, what to run from. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed diving into this forbidden lore, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the myths and legends that haunt our world. See you next time.